All right.
All set?
I think so.
Alrighty. I'll bring this town of Vinalhaven Board of Selectmen meeting to order for Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Roll call, Tom Anthony, Laird Olson, Peyton Warren, Leslie Dyer, myself, Elizabeth Bunker, and Marjorie Stratton. And guess. No, we gave you the devil. Number 2, approve agenda as amended.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Number 3, approve the minutes from the July 15th, 2025 meeting, for those of you who were here.
Will abstain.
Second.
All in favor? Number 4, approve and sign treasurer's warrants, number 5.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Number 5, communications.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Moving right along. Number 6, speakers from the floor. You want to wait till the end?
If
Yeah.
you read them now, I can.
It's up to you.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to suggest that we now move 9A to speakers from the floor, and then you can talk and get business taken care of, since all 3 of you are here.
All right, I'm here on behalf of the Parks Commission and Celebration Committee to request support for the Owen Webster Playground Revitalization Project. The existing equipment is outdated and no longer safe. We're taking a phased approach to address this so that it's more financially manageable. Our vision is to create a space that serves younger children 2 to 5 with safe, engaging equipment while also adding opportunities for older children to play. We are requesting approval to use funds from the Parks Reserve account to cover 2 new slides, a larger 6-foot slide and a smaller 3-foot double slide. I received a quote from Pine State Recreations out of Bangor. The installation, shipping, and slide is $19,936. To support the next phases of these projects, I'd also like to approval for the Celebration Committee to lead fundraising and donate the funds to the playground project in the future. I have the whole breakdown, budget breakdown. And yeah, we have approval from the Celebration Committee they are in support.
You did get approval?
Have it in writing in triple quote.
What's that?
Yeah, the Celebration Committee is kind of under the umbrella of the Historical Society. I've talked to Bill Chillis, and he has confirmed that it aligns with their structure.
Okay, so with that being said, Marjorie might want to make a comment about how we go about doing.
Well, the selectmen would just make a motion to appropriate the $19,936 from the we call it Parks Reserve.
Right. But also, we discussed about having the Celebration Committee, if they want to raise money, how you feel the best way to go about it is.
I did some research on it, and the select board can accept the funds and designate them to a specific purpose.
Okay. So,
Well, for, the purpose for which they were given.
so you wouldn't necessarily run a campaign to raise money specifically for the playground? Is that what the Celebration Committee wants to do?
Well, I'm just moving now, but yeah, I think, well, we started with a bandstand, and that, we kind of just took that on ourselves, whether that was cool or not, or we got permission. So we're thinking sort of the same thing, that we could try to fundraise for the playground. And I don't know, because this is ballgame, I guess.
Right.
Whether we give the money back to the town or to the
Parks.
park, or we can, I guess that might be the easiest way, but I don't know if that's.
But it would be designated specifically for Owen Webster Memorial
Yes.
Playground.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where Marjorie and I talked about, do we then have to have it go to a special town meeting to accept the gift?
Well, I was just going by memory because I know when, for instance, the Washington School Trust was a separate 501c3, and they had to get permission at town meeting to raise money for this building. And they raised about $300,000, and they had a big campaign. And then the other one was the old fire hall. There was a campaign to raise money for that, and that went to town meeting. But then when I did my research just a few days ago, it seemed to indicate, especially since we have that article every year in our warrant article that authorizes the Board of Selectmen to accept funds and designate them for the purpose that they were given. And I was also looking through some Maine municipal documents, and it seemed to indicate that you can accept money donated and, appropriate it to a specific purpose.
Okay,
I think it gets a little fuzzy when there's, when you're talking about the amount of money that the Washington School Trust raised for this building, it was in the $300,000 range. Maybe there's same thing with the library.
Right.
When they started to raise money, it was, I mean, these are town buildings and town land, so it's really up to the legislative body of voters to decide, well, yeah, we want to do that. It's not up to you, 5 people, so you have to be careful. But we do have that article every year at town meeting that says that you are authorized to accept money. I think when when it gets into a huge campaign raising money, then I sort of feel like it should go to a town meeting vote.
Question.
okay, so I'm sorry?
I just have a question.
Oh,
So you're not looking at $300,000 to raise, are you? What is your goal?
Right now, with just phase 1 that I've got quoted for, it's around, I'll say maximum 30,000 probably,
Okay.
for the first phase, which is kind of getting most of the, new, like the swings and a couple more, smaller pieces of equipment, but yeah.
Does that include the slides?
Yes, actually, yes, that does include the slides, so I guess.
So it's
if
just
you-
another 10
Yeah,
after the.
right, yes. Cause if we take the slides from the reserve, I guess,
I had a
and that's
question.
just phase
yeah,
1.
no.
I'm a little confused. Are you gonna fundraise first, or looking for the money to come out of the reserve now to get going, and then?
We would like to get the money for the 2 slides from the reserve, and then the
Yes,
rest would
amount,
come from fundraising,
Okay,
is my thought.
okay, that's all I wanted to know.
So once the funds are raised, will they have to come back every time to ask for the money, or can they just come up and?
As long as it's designated to go into the Parks Reserve, designated for the Owen Webster Memorial Playground.
Well, the donations aren't gonna flow through us. What is the plan? You're gonna collect money and then give us a lump sum? Or you're just
My
gonna collect
understanding is
money and
that-
buy the stuff yourself?
Well, my understanding is it has to go through you guys, right? Cause where it's town property, we couldn't just buy the equipment and,
I think it's better if you do it that way, because it's town land, town
Come
property.
to you. So, I mean, like, if we could do it either way, we could do it in a lump sum, or we would have an account, we could set it in our account, or we could,
Well, also too, the Parks Committee has to get together and figure out what equipment we're looking at and decide, like, we want this piece, and we want that piece, or whatever. And meet with the celebration committee to discuss the pieces that, I think that would be, and that way you'd have a goal, like, Oh, good, let's raise X amount of money for, yes?
So we should do that, I agree, and then come back to you with this that, or not this, okay, just move it.
I mean, Sarah keeps the minutes. Minutes can be sent to Marjorie, and when she looks at them, if she thinks that we are doing something that needs to be done a different way, but basically, I think our first step after, if this is approved, this 20,000 to come out of the Parks Reserve, I would suggest after this, we have a meeting and get together and discuss what we want our goal is, what our aim is, if that's what you guys
Yeah.
think. Yeah, okay.
Be a lot of
Hey.
openers and things like that.
What do we have in that reserve right now, Marge?
There's,
Almost
Well, there's-
40.
yeah, there's, about 19,000 right now. There's a $20,000 appropriation that I haven't transferred into the, the investment, the cash.
Mhm.
So there's about 40,000.
But we also have to remember that the parks needs money, we need money to pay for other things. We can't just take the whole thing and
Right.
That's why I
so
was-
we have to be careful like that. If we do this, that'll still leave us almost
Half.
another,
20.
almost another 20, so.
We did some land clearing, parks used that, some money for some brush cutting
Up at State Beach.
last year. We don't have anything else. I guess I can't remember anything else big that we need.
Nope, not at this moment.
Yeah,
We do have, the playground itself, we wanna do some clearing up there, but that's not gonna
But
be.
that's also something that, I think when I spoke to you about way back, when I had the whole issue going on there, that, if Marjorie's okay with it, if the select board's okay with it, we can get some of our equipment up there too and clear things out quickly and, very little cost.
Right.
It's all there.
Okay, well, anyway, excuse me. Do you wanna vote on this here? So the motion would be to approve the amount of $19,936 to come from the, excuse me, Parks Reserve Fund to purchase slides for the Owen Webster Memorial Playground.
Second.
All in favor? So you can get started on that.
On the part of fundraising, do we have approval for that? I mean, is that something we need to get approval for?
Well, as I said, my research shows that the select board can accept funds and designate them to the Owen Webster Playground. So it's just a matter of keeping in touch with me and, making sure that, you would have to just make sure that you kept the money separate. And when this board accepts it, I as treasurer would make sure that it's just in a Parks Reserve money designated. I mean, are you gonna designate it for a particular piece of equipment, that kind of thing,
Right. Yeah, I think
We just have to- Yeah, I just wanna be clear to the people in the town what's happening.
Yeah, this is exciting to get something going up there. It's so sad, all the equipment just,
There's stuff that, I tried to kill myself on back when I was a little kid.
Yes, we all did.
Most of that stuff, yeah.
You tried to
Just
kill
get a
yourself,
garden
was
hose,
that
Yeah.
what you
just bring
said?
it out and we'll be fine.
I know.
By climbing on and falling off all.
And the
jumping all, it's all
Yeah,
part of it.
oh, yeah.
holding on for dear
Holding on
life.
for dear
Well,
life.
thank you very much. Yeah, and we'll get together and make a, plan to get a meeting, so.
Okay.
they're
Good.
gonna be red slides.
No, that's okay. All right, moving on.
Of course.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies.
Yay.
And we'll be in touch. Okay, we're gonna move on now to 7, committee and departmental reports and appointments. A1, downtown project, approve and award boat ramp improvements bid.
So, it was last week, we opened up the bids, and Woodard and Curran has suggested awarding the bid, where am I here, to,
Ford Enterprises.
oh, yeah, Ford Enterprises Company from Hope, Maine. It's quite a bit lower than the bid from Jake Barber, Inc. So, do you all have that? Okay. Let's see.
Did you get all that information? You missed the meeting.
I missed the meeting,
Yeah.
I was touch.
Okay.
So Woodard and Curran recommends the town award the contract to Ford Enterprises. The bid was $319,500.
You all set to, okay. I make a motion to approve the bid from Dan Ford Enterprises of Hope, Maine, in the amount of $319,500 for boat ramp improvements as recommended by Woodard and Curran.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, that's one step forward. 7B, Public Works.
What about them? Oh, well, paving's done.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that for now. We'll come back, August 18th, 19th, and then I have the 20th reserved if we need it, to do the other half of the Washington School parking lot and the road. And then paving will be done for the year. Today and yesterday, and just some final touches tomorrow, we redid Swimming Pool Hill, which was a lot more when we got into it than I thought it was gonna be, but it's better than it was. It's still always gonna be a project, but, we still have some more to do on that. Other than that, we're just getting tree trimming done, we're grading, we've got roadside mowing going, we've got signs going up, I've got to order more signs. It's just,
So when do you plan to do the next paving project? Is out here?
August 18th, 19th, and possibly the 20th.
And how exactly is that gonna work for coming and going into the town office?
When we do the parking lot, there will be no issues.
Right,
If we are doing the road, my suggestion is to either close down for a day, or I can figure out if I have to do it on a weekend, I might be able to, but it's gonna be really difficult to get the transport on the weekends. So we kinda have to, we're tied into the transporter.
so if they're gonna, if it's decided that we're gonna close the office, we need to get something in the wind ASAP.
Yep.
So can you discuss that with Marjorie more tomorrow, or
Certainly can.
make sure we get that figured out?
Yeah, we've knocked it around a little bit, but we'll firm everything up.
Yeah, good,
Yep.
awesome. Yeah, that'll be good to get that. Is it gonna be all the way down, or just
You mean for
down Summer Street
Summer
all the way?
Street? I'm up
They've
in
had a
the air,
lot of-
I'm up in the air about that. I mean, yes, it needs to be done. It'll probably only take a half a truck. So once I get my quantities finalized for this again, I like to go over them again and again and again. Once I have my quantities, if it works out right, where I can get enough here in that day, absolutely we'll go down there.
Well, the reason I asked too, because that was an issue a few years ago for the folks that are down below, running down the hill to the pond. The road was so bad.
Yeah,
So I would like to see if we couldn't
yeah, we'll have
do
to,
that, include that in this.
I think we ended up having to put a lot of tar patch in there, so that part will have to be ripped out. So, but it's stuff I can do.
Do you
don't
guys agree with that?
Yeah, whatever they can get done.
I mean, that road has never, hasn't been
And
tended
I,
to
you
for
know,
a
I'd
long
like
time.
to, at some point, I'd like to sit down and talk to everybody about, you know, some sort of a plan over the next 5 to 10 years of what we can do to continue, because there's so many bad roads that the way the road ranger from the main municipal says you should do one poor road and one decent road every year,
Right,
and then you get caught up, but we have so many poor roads that
we don't have any
we
good
don't have any
roads.
really good roads, I mean, so, you know, we definitely need to sit down and figure out funding and how that looks to continue going and getting these roads repaired.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that would be a good idea to go down over the hill here.
If you can make it work.
And I think we should just talk about closing on August 18th, you know.
Okay.
That's the Monday.
So do that first and then come in and do the parking lot?
We'll,
Yeah, we can talk about it on.
So the office will be closed August 18th, Monday, August 18th?
that's the suggestion, because if we're paving Summer Street, we don't want people coming and going.
Right. Well, they wouldn't be able to, the paver's gonna do one swipe, we have to start in and work out, and there will be no way for anybody to get around
Right.
us.
Okay, all right, so people will hear that tonight and also be in the one.
I'll get it on the website too.
Okay, oh, good, yeah, good idea. Okay, anything else, Millie?
I think that's enough for now.
That's enough, yes, it is.
Down the Island Road looks great, by the way. I was on it Sunday. Awesome job.
Thank you.
That's drag racing.
So,
We were drag racing.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
She beat me.
That's right.
Younger, but reaction time's.
Right, she just, you know, push a little harder.
Okay, old business, number 8A, approve transfer station fees and set effective date.
So this has been through a couple of meetings for review, and of course, Millie and I have talked about it, and I've also talked to Ken at the transfer station, so I think that we're ready to approve.
And the green ones are the only ones we changed.
Mm-hmm. You guys all set on that one? Yeah. All right, I make a motion that we approve the transfer station fees as amended, and we have to set the date.
Well, I wanted
that we're gonna
to set an effective date because, for instance, we may want to give ourselves some time to put a notice in the wind to say the fees are going up. So you might want to pick a date a little bit into the future so that we have time to put it in a couple of issues of the wind. Just as a for instance,
Yeah, that's-
suggestion.
Say September 1st.
September 1.
Yeah, I think we ought to do it sooner than that.
Hmm?
I think we ought to do it ASAP myself.
Okay, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, so you wanna get it in the wind, would you
It's
advertise
just a
more than?
suggestion, just a suggestion.
Yeah.
But would you do it more than one issue of the wind, or just once
I
enough?
would.
People
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, it needs to be,
Definitely.
it needs to be
So
in
you
more
wanna
than
do
one.
like 2 weeks of the wind?
So it would be the week of the 4th and the week of the 11th. It's too late to do it for this
September
week.
17th is a Sunday, they're open on a Sunday if you wanted to start it on that, on a day they start.
Right, I mean, I think we ought to try to capture as much as we can with the Airbnbs and all
So,
that, yeah? No?
11th, we could do it
Tom?
Sunday the
Okay.
17th. That would get 2 weeks
Yep.
in the wind.
Sounds good to me. Okay, and set the, where am I here? Set the effective date as August 17th. Is that a good motion?
Sure.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. 8B, approve and sign airstrip lease and agreement.
Does anyone want me to put that on the screen?
Well, that's up to you.
I mean, went through it the other, I don't need it on the screen.
We've gone through it
No.
a bunch of times.
No,
So this is the lease that we approved and sent off to Penobscot Air, and they approved and signed it.
Nellie?
I was not able to, get in touch with the pilots with the material type that they want to use on the strip, but I do know, like I think I said before, it's not anything that we have, it's much finer, but I almost recall it being similar to like a pea stone and sand kind of thing. So my only concern with the lease is if we have to start purchasing expensive material from the mainland and stocking it here for the runway, for, just for maintenance. So just keep that in mind.
There's nothing in here that specifies the material.
No, it just says maintenance by the town.
You believe they will ask for this more expensive?
I know they will, because that's what they asked for last time, and
Okay,
I said I didn't,
what's the,
so we just graded it without material.
what's the difference in the cost of?
I've gotta get the actual specifics of the material, but, it's nothing that I can get on the island. Over here, right now with Billy, everything's 65 across the board, they are, it will be more than that.
Well, it would seem only right to use whatever, to keep it safe, would be
For the plane,
safer for the,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
So we
That's-
kind of have to do,
I just.
reminding us of the cost.
Yes.
Yep.
Plus,
Thank you.
we'll have to get it out here. Did we vote?
No, sorry.
We didn't vote.
I didn't,
Not
sorry,
yet.
I was looking at the, transfer station.
Okay. Make a motion to approve and sign the airstrip lease and agreement.
Second.
All in favor? Moving on, 9, signs 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
9, new business. 9B, approve wastewater budget rate increase.
So this is the proposed budget for the wastewater department. There's several lines where the amount that we need to budget has gone up. The monthly amount that we pay Maine Water for the operations. The sludge disposal costs have simply risen in the past few years. What was the other, the general maintenance and supplies, when we first built the plant, we used to have a company called Septitech come out and maintain our UV system. We haven't for years replaced that company, and we just found a company called Xylem, and they did come out and I didn't have to, but I suggest that we put money in that general maintenance and supplies so that they can come annually. Unfortunately, there's nobody in the state of Maine that does that kind of work anymore, so we do have to bring them from out of state, so it's a little more expensive, but that's why
Where did
that.
they come from?
Hmm?
Where did they come from?
Florida.
Was it Florida?
For 2 days, it was $8,000.
They do like the whole eastern seaboard,
Yeah.
is that what he said? They do like,
They're
They have
constant-
different people, different places, but,
wow.
but yeah, it's, the next time it shouldn't be 2 days. They said it should maybe just 1 day, but Septic Tech went out of business, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, and then just like the bulbs, they've gone up in price and we have to replace all the bulbs next year. How many bulbs is it, total bulbs, and I can't remember, but they're like 200 and something dollars a piece, so they have to be, I think there's 14. But, you know, they recommend that they get replaced every year or two, instead of like one goes out and replacing one at a time, so it's more efficient and keeps us in compliance, which is real important, so.
well, I guess the long and short of it, the costs are going up and we have to raise enough money. The sewer department is a proprietary fund, in other words, we have to, only the users pay for the wastewater department expenses, so we need to collect an amount equal to what we need to spend. So I'm suggesting that we raise the wastewater rates. It was for the debt service and capital project piece of the fixed fee, I suggest from 65 to 70. The additional fixed charge from 85 to 90, and the volumetric charge, $9 per cubic foot to $12. And that will give us the amount of money that we need based on this budget. I've gone through each line several times, you know, trying to have a reasonable amount of money in each line, but that's what we need to spend, so. And this went through the sewer commissioners, and the sewer commissioners did approve this budget and the rate increase. But it's up to the Board of Selectmen to approve the budget.
On a happy note, there are only 5 more years for debt service, and then it'll be paid, so that'll help, we hope. So I'll make a motion that we accept the budget, wastewater budget rate increase.
Second.
All in favor? Nine C, Knox County 2025 Hazard Mitigation Plan approval.
So this is something that, of course, Knox County develops the entire plan, but Vinalhaven has a piece of it. This was the 2019 plan. Millie and Mark and I participated in the Vinalhaven section of it quite some time ago now. But each town has a piece, and we identify areas that we feel are going to need mitigation, you know, and the hope is that at some point FEMA will come up with some hazard mitigation money. We are slated to get, because of the January storm, we're hoping to get about 72,000, but that's the last notice that I got from MEMA, Maine Emergency Management. We were going to receive that fairly soon, so I'm hopeful about that. But if you don't participate and sign on to the Knox County Hazard Mitigation Plan, then you cannot apply for hazard mitigation money. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not sure who should be on it, but page A4, Ryan is still listed. on the report.
Because, yeah,
He was part of it in the beginning.
So I don't know who needs to go there, if it's Mark or,
Neil,
okay. And then, the population numbers were based on 2020, and I'm just wondering if that's outdated. I mean, it's 5 years ago, it's 1,200 and something people.
But don't they use the latest
the
census
census.
figures?
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a couple questions I had when I was.
very good. So I'll talk to Mark about notifying Candace that Ryan's name should be taken off.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I didn't know if it was just where it was an old, you know, if they
He was
updated.
just there when we were working.
Right.
So,
So Candace Richards, the Emergency Management Director, is just looking for us to, I should say, approve, and this is the resolution that she's suggesting. I don't know if you all have a copy of that in your.
Yeah. It was interesting reading through, and they talked about tornadoes, and there were actual places in Maine that have tornado warnings.
Motion for this, right?
Thought that was
Oh, just
interesting,
sign
the
it.
climate change.
Probably should have a motion.
definitely impacted.
Yeah, I think that, that,
To sign the municipal resolution for the Knox County Hazard Mitigation Plan.
yeah,
I'd make a motion that we accept, the Knox County 2025 Hazard Mitigation Plan as written, is that
and
okay?
adopt the municipal,
Adopted or
the municipal resolution,
adopt?
approve the
Okay.
municipal resolution.
Approve the municipal resolution for the Knox County Hazard Mitigation Plan. So
Second.
2025 update.
This doesn't really say signatures, it just wants a list of who they
Just-
are.
So many
You want them to
different
sign it?
things you gotta say.
Do we have to sign?
Signatures, yes, I think it should be
Signatures,
signed.
okay.
Authorizing
Vote.
signatures.
We got a second.
Do you need to vote first?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are we all set then? All in
That motion,
favor?
yes.
It's been seconded.
All in favor? Okay, so,
Go ahead.
all right.
What do they call it, a municipal resolution?
Resolution. Not revolution, but resolution. Okay, 9C. That's 9D, set date for public hearing on land use ordinance amendments.
Do you have dates in mind, or?
Oh, thank you. So it's on this, yeah,
Based on we have to give public notice so many days before, and then again so many days before. We propose doing it before the selectmen's meeting on August 26th.
Sounds good. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I make a motion to hold a public hearing to consider amendments to the land use ordinance on August 26, 2025, at 5 PM, Vinalhaven, at the Vinalhaven Town Office.
Second.
All in favor?
we have to sign.
Thank you.
Marcia, did you have any comments?
No, I thought we were gonna have more discussion about the amendments today. But that's okay.
Should I ask if she wants to ask any more questions, even though we've already approved it, or?
Well, we reviewed, the last two meetings, we reviewed the
Right.
amendments. And we took a couple of things out, we changed one thing.
But, Marcia, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I mean, I looked at the amendments that were, specific amendments that were in dispute. I thought we were going to talk about those tonight, but if those have been resolved, if that is resolved in terms of what we offered to the public in the public meeting, that's fine.
You don't get to sign it, yes, no.
Oh, did I
Okay.
sign the wrong place?
No, his name's not on there.
No,
I
I
thought it
think
was.
so.
Right there. I signed it wrong.
No, you should be second.
I signed it wrong.
It's all right.
I had to look twice because the lines, so I figured it was me. It was odd.
We can sign this one. You want a clean one?
It doesn't,
You
What
want it-
happened?
You want it clean?
Glad signed the wrong place.
Oh,
I don't care.
I put a line with my initials through it, it's fine.
That's legal.
And I put my scribble,
Huh?
I put my
That's
scribble
legal,
at the end.
Yep.
It's fine. It's only fine.
Darlene's got to sign.
we all know who we are and who we aren't, so it should be fine. Okay. She all set?
We're all set.
Okay. Report of town manager.
I don't have anything further, unless somebody has any questions for me.
I have no questions. Okay, whoa, yeah, okay. Number 11, report of members. Tom,
I'm good.
Lad, Peyton, Leslie.
I'm good.
Okay, I am good too.
Glad.
The next meeting is August 12th. And number 12 is adjourn, a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Wow.